Welcome to a Community Partners interview where we explore the organizations, opportunities, and resources that look to make change in our daily lives. I'm your host, Nafisah Anif, and you're listening to Voices for Ability Radio, all abilities, all of the time. Today I'm joined by Ashley Cedars, who is the Charity Administrator for the Halton Down Syndrome Association. Halton Down Syndrome Association, also known as HDSA, is a registered charity working to improve the quality of life for people with Down syndrome and their families. HDSA is an active and vibrant leader in advocacy, awareness, education, and support within the Halton community. Their mission is to empower individuals with Down syndrome to reach their full potential through all stages of life. Thank you so much for joining us today, Ashley.
Thank you so much, Nafisah, for having us and that very warm welcome and description. Appreciate it.
No problem. So tell us a little about yourself. What inspired you to work at HDSA and why work with individuals with disabilities?
Absolutely. So my background is in nonprofit organizations. It's my passion. I love just working places where there's a mission, there's passion, and obviously beautiful results. So when I was looking for a job, actually, three different people saw it come up online and said, Ashley, you have to apply for this. This is perfect for you. This is part of your passion and what I love to do. So that's honestly how I got involved. And then obviously the rest is history, where I just fell in love with the community and our VIPs. That's what we call our friends with Down syndrome. They are the light of the world, honestly. Just beautiful souls. Joy is what I've learned working here through the families and individuals that I've gotten to connect with and be in community with.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. So while doing my research, I saw that you have some programs and services that you offer. Can you tell us a little bit more about those programs and services?
Absolutely. So our goal is really simple. It's connection, inclusion, and a support across the lifespan, basically. So from new parents just receiving a diagnosis to children, teens, and adults with Down syndrome, we work to build a community and make sure these families don't feel alone. So we do that through different areas. So number one is we have peer group leaders. So it's two parents who have children who are in that age group, and they organize activities, learning experiences, anything from just to name a few, art, music, sports, outings, educational is they're just passionate parents who want to create opportunities and experiences for their children together in community with their peers. And so we have the early years peer group with two leaders who do that, two really wonderful parents and advocates and volunteers across the board. And then we have our elementary peer group leaders, then we have our high school peer group leaders, and then we have our grads group, which is about 19 to 20 and up, basically adults. And they do some really cool things, each group. And yeah, they become just a little community. So we also do like larger events with the whole community where, our youngest newborn to our oldest 40 something VIP comes in community with their families. And the families celebrate together, whichever event it is, whether they're on the farm picking pumpkins together or celebrating the World Down Syndrome Day party at the Holiday Inn. And they just create community and just find their peers and families who can relate and support each other. That was the goal of our founding members back in 1984. The McNeil families who brought other families together. Because like common interest in wanting to create more opportunities for their children. Sorry, I could go on. I'm passionate about it. So peer groups,
Please do go on.
as well as sorry. So peer groups as well as our in-person events. And you know what? Just the effect on the community from the volunteers, the students who join us, the co-ops, the summer hires. Like it just everybody feels it. They feel the joy that comes from this community and the purpose. And yeah, I'll stop there.
Well, I must say that I myself am feeling the joy, and I'm not even physically present, so that's great.
Thank you.
I truly admire and I love the sense of community that I can hear you speaking about. And yeah, it would be wonderful one day to witness this in person.
Absolutely. So our big annual walk, it's our biggest fundraiser is in June. And that is a way it's in Milton Fairgrounds, and that is a way that people really get to come out and feel that joy, feel that community. The testimonies after of all the people who've been there are just beautiful. They basically light up Milton with a walk around the town.
Wow.
It's beautiful.
Okay.
And then we come back for a carnival and we sing and we dance and we bounce and we eat lots of good food from food trucks.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
So I saw on your website that you have a tab called New Families. Can you tell us what's
Yeah.
underneath that tab?
That's a great question because we are actually redoing our website right
Okay.
now. It's a few years old, and we're just trying to update it right now. So, I would say new families. The basically the warm welcome we're trying to do is, whether you've just gotten a diagnosis from your doctor or you have a VIP who's an adult, which happens often, and then they've never heard of us. When they're new, we want to welcome them in. I'm hopefully the first touch base. I do phone calls or if they want to email, whatever they're comfortable with, and just try to give them a very warm welcome and tell them they're not alone. And we're here to support them as best we can and kind of bring them into that community, and make them feel included, find a place, find their home, find their group. And yeah, so that's where we start. And then lots of other resources we're working on our website, just anything from terminology to resources to books, just anything we can do to, teach them what we've learned, basically. And yeah, and give them opportunities and ideas and resources they wouldn't have heard of if they didn't reach out to us.
Okay, wonderful. Are there any restrictions to the services at Halton Down Syndrome Association?
Yeah.
Um,
So there's only
no,
yeah,
it's
sorry, go
fine.
ahead.
Just wondering, such as age, caregivers, or family members, disability type, things of that nature?
Um, None that I can think of. We try to be very inclusive and accommodating, with anything, needed, whether it's interpreters or, special accommodations or, yeah, we just really try to, make it easy for our members to join in as much as they want to. Um, the one restriction I thought of is sometimes we get called, asking for medical advice or, certain therapies and
Oh, yeah.
things, and I always relay them to, Halton 311, because they're a wonderful resource. Just because for liability issues, we're unable to recommend doctors or therapists or anything like that, just to, keep our small organization safe.
Of course.
And so, but 311 is Halton 311 has been a wonderful resource. We've had really good feedback with how caring and kind they are and accommodating and helpful. So I would say that would be one of the restrictions. Another one, sorry, would be some of our members. One of the I wouldn't say issues, but ongoing important items for our members and their families right now is housing.
Hmm.
So some parents are concerned, when they're gone, who will care for their VIP, who will care for their
Yeah.
child, and how we can set up processes to make that. So we have a strategic committee right now working to find options, right? And we have some donors who are very enthusiastic about this topic, and it's important, right? So yeah, just the yeah, if it's restrictions, I don't not quite that, but challenges and things we're working on to make a difference in the community.
Housing is unfortunately one of these things that is the hottest topic known to mankind since the
Yeah.
invention of sliced bread.
Yeah, that's very true when you put it that way. We're not alone, right? It's very true.
It's really unfortunate that in the 21st century, housing is something that we are still, and I mean we as
Right?
everyone in general,
Yeah.
disability or not,
Yep.
young, old, middle aged,
Yep. Yep.
newcomer, seasoned Canadian, it doesn't matter.
Right. Yes, it's very true.
I would say I
Yeah.
would honestly venture to say that housing is one of these things which literally literally levels the playing field.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and this is unfortunately not a playing field that anybody should
No.
be, should be
Agreed.
walking in, but
Yeah.
it's very
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I know. Yeah, no, it's so important and it's so I don't want to say unaddressed, but it's yeah. I know what you're saying. And yeah, and the priority and the urgency for it as well. So yeah.
Now, you mentioned earlier that this is operating in the Halton community. Now, does that include Halton
Correct.
Hills also?
Yes, yeah, yeah, Halton Hills area, is right, which is Acton, Georgetown. Am I correct? Sorry, I just
That's
that
why I
area.
was asking because I'm
Yes,
the only
it's
the
tricky.
only regions I know really about are Peel region and the GTA.
Okay, yeah, yeah, because I guess we're Halton Hills, which also includes Acton, Georgetown, and then we also obviously Oakville, Burlington, Milton area. So yeah, so a pretty big group. We also do have some members who come from a little bit further away, some Hamilton, some Toronto. Just they love our group and their kids have friends in our group. So yeah, we have a lot of supporters from all over Canada as well, like some in BC, some in Nova Scotia. So we are definitely Halton hub base and support and funds obviously go there. um and but we feel connected as well to other communities and obviously other Down syndrome associations as well. Yeah.
Without using any names, can you share a success
Yes.
story with me? What supports were put in place when
Absolutely.
someone asked for help?
Sure. There's so
Oh, I'm
many.
sure.
There's so many. Okay, one that sticks out in my mind right now is we had one member who has had a hard life and has was just yeah, sorry. Trying to keep
No
it vague.
problem.
Was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, and they needed some support. The family needed some support, and just with caregiver support because obviously it looks a lot different for their family right now, and so we have something that we're building on called the Angel Fund, and thanks to generous donors who've added to that fund, we were able to help support getting them funds to have more help in their home for their VIP. So that's one story, which yeah, it's. I wish I could tell you more about the family and what a beautiful story it is, but like you said, with keeping it anonymous. And then another family where their son had trouble walking. This was before my time, but it's a beautiful story, and the HDSA was helpful getting them certain therapies and help, not actual therapies, sorry, funds for therapies. Sorry, they chose the therapies, funds for therapies and braces, and the mother contribute HDSA with assisting her son to be able to walk so well as he does now.
Oh, wow.
Um, so
That's truly
yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Yeah, and then one more,
Oh,
sorry.
please, no,
And then
please
every year
indulge.
we this is what right? This is what it's about, right? And then every year we, send, I think it's 30 that we help 36, families. I think this year was more, actually, I'm sorry, because we got more money at 38, families Sorry. So we set aside each month for a bursary for camp, and then some of our donors got excited about that and wanted to contribute more. So it's a very beautiful cause that's dear to a lot of our donors because it just provides more opportunity for our VIPs. So one mom said she was able to send her daughter away to camp for the first time away from home, away from mom and family, and she just had a beautiful experience. They found an inclusive camp, and she just thrived. And she said that would not have been possible without the HDSA. And we are truly humbled for all that goes behind that, and to hear these beautiful stories of kids thriving and
Are there any events coming up for HDSA?
yeah. Yeah. So we basically have events almost every month, and mostly for our members and their family. But our big one coming up is where we get together as a group and we celebrate, as all the members celebrate the World Down Syndrome Day, which is March 21st. And so we have a huge party basically to celebrate our VIPs. Like I'm talking like clap in with them, DJ, music, full dinner. Like it's just a beautiful occasion, photo booth, and lots of memories are made then. I get, emails and text messages daily asking, "Did we miss the opening? Is it open yet? Are the ticket
Oh,
sales open?"
wow.
Because they are like they count it down throughout the year. It's beautiful. And then another one in June. So June's our big walk that I was talking to you about. It's June 13th. We're very excited for it. We have some amazing volunteers this year. So people who've been doing it a few years are just ready to run with it. And then we all just have people who've seen the event and been like, we want to get involved. How can we help? So we just have some really special people this year. I'm very encouraged. They really stepped forward and said, what can we do? We really want to be a part of this. And it's just been really encouraging because, sometimes every year it's, the same event. But when you have new life and new people joining and wanting to make a difference at this event, it's very encouraging and, keeps us working even harder because we have beautiful, kind people behind us to support. So it is in Milton at the Milton Fairgrounds, and it is Saturday, June 13th, and it's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And like I was saying before, we do a big walk. So it's the our VIPs have teams and they get sponsored for their team for this walk, and then they do a big walk around the city through the market square because the market's going on Saturday, all the way back, and then we do a big celebration when they get back, music and bouncy castles and food trucks and awards and photo booth and face painting, and the police are there and the fire trucks are there and everybody's
That
there.
sounds like one big
um,
party.
it is, and I feel like it's very transforming to the community, but also to the volunteers. Anybody who has, even our vendors, anyone who has a part in this is just like, whoa, what did we walk into? This is beautiful. What an impactful thing, and people who support become longtime supporters for like years and years. So, anyways, I'll stop gushing about the walk. It's special. Everyone counts that down throughout the year as well.
It sounds special, and I can just imagine, how the participants who receive services from
Uh-huh.
HDSA who take part in that walk, gosh, they
Yeah,
must have practically the best time of their lives that
they do.
day.
They're celebrities because even their friends and family are there to celebrate them. Teams come out with full T-shirts with their pictures on them. Some of them wear like those like paper masks with their VIP's face on them. Like we have like a backdrop where they all take photos as a team. It's very special. They carry banners. They make noisemakers down the street. Like it's very cool. Like you said, yeah, they feel special.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, you mentioned that World Syndrome Day was March 21st. Is that the
Yes.
same day every year?
It is, yeah, it's always March 21st, yeah.
Okay, good to know. I learned something new.
Yeah, yeah, and we also have a contest too, I'd love to plug our little contest, if that's okay?
Sure, why not?
Um, basically, through our advocacy efforts, we have a World Down Syndrome Day contest for schools. So basically they wear their mismatched socks, which I don't know if you guys are aware, but the symbolization is the mismatched socks to match the chromosomes. So the kids wear mismatched socks and they do watch a video on Down syndrome. They also do activities, whatever their teacher decides in their classroom, and then they submit a picture to us. And then, to keep it fair, we randomly select, last year it was 5 classrooms to get a pizza party to reward them for their participation. So, yeah, we try to make that fun and just, get schools and classrooms involved.
Well, I think anything involving pizza is fun.
Right? That's what I say. Whenever they're like, "How can we help that classroom for fundraising?"
Just
I'm
bring
like,
pizza.
"Pizza, yeah." And the board's always like, "Yes, done." Because
Extra
they're kids and
cheese,
they
please.
remember that. Yeah, one school, they do this beautiful fundraiser as part of their grade 8, curriculum, and they'll pick an organization, do a fundraiser, and I think one chose an animal shelter, and so they brought in kittens one day for the class, but
Oh,
someone
that's
mentioned
cute.
that they like the pizza more than the kittens. I was
Oh, I
shocked.
don't know about that one.
I
That one
know,
I'd
agreed.
have to
Agreed,
I,
I don't know. I love kittens, so
I'd
that's
have to
cute.
think about that one
I
because I
know,
have
but
2 cats.
I
So,
know. I know, and I
wow.
was shocked when they said that they think the kids like the pizza even more than the yeah, and anyways, it was funny. So I agree with you. The pizza goes over very, very well, and just, we try to think of something to make it meaningful and something the kids will remember, right? So and, we do about 5 pizza parties, and I think this year because people are it's getting traction, more schools are hearing about it, so we're gonna do even more pizza parties than that. So, yeah, that'll be good to increase it so schools get recognized.
Now, what's the one thing that you see happening over and over again to individuals with disabilities that shouldn't be happening? And how do we stop it?
Okay, that's a good one. A few things come to mind. Um, okay. I would say, I think I would just say being underestimated. Um, and I see it random places. I won't mention where I see it, but yeah, I just think people who are new to the community underestimate our friends with disabilities. Honestly, um, yeah, they don't know, but when they know, they're so I don't want to say shocked. They're corrected in their thinking, and they're delightly sup delighted and surprised and, yeah, just part of that advocacy, right? Part of telling, teaching and showing people what our VIPs can do because 'cause they're amazing, and people are like, "I didn't know." Like, that's what they say to me, "I didn't know, and I can't believe this," and even just people who come to the walk, like, "Wow, like, I never knew," and, so it's just beautiful, creating a space where they can really shine and show the community what they're capable of.
Yeah, underestimation is a big one.
Yeah, yeah.
It's very unfortunate again, but underestimation is prevalent.
Mhm.
Literally, anywhere you find anyone with any kind of disability, you're gonna
Right.
have some level of underestimation from somewhere.
Yes. Yeah, and I find, like, social media has been a good, the parents on there advocating as well, and and the people with Down syndrome who are on social media advocating as well are incredible, like, just changing, it's hard to believe that only how many years ago? I won't do the math, but, in, 60s and 70s, like, they were in institutions, like, they weren't allowed at schools, just, like, the awful, awful things that they had to endure. Now the biggest struggle, I think, honestly, is I've heard from a lot of nurses and medical care professionals who are just concerned with the growing rate that babies are being aborted when they get the diagnosis. So that is a big one too, coming up as a challenge because the numbers growing. Even in our community, we hear of some of our members, trying to reach out to families with the diagnosis before birth and trying to say, please, keep the baby. I promise it'll work out. It always works out. And so that stigma is still there that, the doctors come in and say, I'm so sorry type of thing. Whereas the families who call themselves the lucky few would say, we're having a totally different, parental experience than you are, and it's beautiful. Sorry, that's what
Oh, that truly breaks my heart,
it does. It
not
does.
even giving them a chance at
I
life.
know, and they don't know. They don't know what they're missing out on is probably the saddest thing. So I think that people advocating on social media and other places and platforms like yourself, really will help open the eyes. So when I first started working here, a parent put it to me that people with Down syndrome are literally missing the malice gene. They don't have any malice in their bodies. They are just pure and wholesome and joy and and we got some salty friends sometimes, and that's okay. We're all salty sometimes, but but there's
Just a
no
little bit.
malice. But there's no malice. They are
Oh,
just beautiful, kind souls, and stories from siblings of how their sibling has changed their lives, and stories of families of how their family just wouldn't be the same without their child with Down syndrome is just it's big, and it's hopefully a movement that's going to gain more traction and stop some of these lives that are not that are being ended, I guess, right?
right. So if someone wanted to become a member or volunteer with the
Yeah.
HDSA, what's the process for joining?
Sure, yeah. So, a couple ways. So usually, people find us through our website, and so, like I said, we're redoing our website. It's going to be beautiful. We're hoping. So our website, um, pretty easy to use, or it's going to be even easier. You just go onto our website and just become a member or get involved. There's a few tabs for that, and just fill out the form, and it'll go directly to myself. And then I will reach out with a very warm welcome. We love our volunteers. Honestly, we couldn't do this without them. I'm the only paid staff here currently, and the rest is literally on the backs of our beautiful volunteers. And as of recently, we have some co-op students, so that's exciting. But many volunteers with helping hands, and so we love our volunteers, and we love to find what their passion is. We don't want you to come and be a creative mind and stick you with spreadsheets for an event. We try to couple our volunteers with things they love and really help them feel like they're making an impact here and feel valued and appreciated. My passion is volunteers as well. And same with families. Like, we just want to give them a big warm welcome and tell them they're not alone and we're here and I'm your new best friend, whether you want to or not. And, and they're gonna have a lot of fun here and connection, and yeah, and we'll do everything we can to support them. And I'm always here. I'm always an email or a text or a phone call away. And yeah, anything we can do to support. I think we're at like over 350 families we support right now.
Wow.
Yeah, so a lot of friends, so a lot of community here. Forever, whoever's interested in joining. I'll stop talking. I'm excited. Sorry.
I'm excited for you. Wow, that's amazing. What would you say is the one thing that everyone needs to know about the Halton Down Syndrome Association?
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a hard one.
That is the one thing. I just named like 100 because I'm passionate about all of it. But if I was gonna say one thing, I would just say family. That's the one thing we hear is that people find family when they join. Not necessarily because of everything we do, just because of the families they find when they come here. We can't create family connections. They do that. It just comes natural and it's beautiful. And I would just say family. If they're looking for family to support, I hope they will think of us.
Wonderful.
We call it friends family. That's what friends
That's the
family.
best kind.
Yeah, it is.
If listeners are looking for more information, how can they
Sure.
reach out to you?
Yeah, well, we try to be really active on social media. So that's a full-time job in itself. So
Oh, for
we
sure.
we try to get lots of our students on that because they love social media. So honestly, just connecting with us on social media, like following us, not I'm not trying to plug followers. We don't count followers at all, but just that's where we try to update people and really stay engaged. So on Instagram, also Facebook, if they wanted to like follow along and feel connected and just see the most of the things going on, whether they're a supporter, donor, volunteer, and they just want to see what we're doing to kind of get to know us. I would say social media is a good option. Yeah, or reach out to me, and I'm happy to talk to anyone.
Wonderful. Well, Ashley, we are out of time.
Oh, sorry.
No, no need to be sorry at all. This was amazing. You were amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You made it very easy on me, and yeah, I didn't need to be so nervous. Hey,
Oh, good.
I care, and I just want to represent the HTSA well.
Of course. Well, friends, this concludes another Community Partners interview. I'm your host, Nafisah Anif. Let's care, let's share, because we've all been there. Signing off until next time.